Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your girl Dom back with another Forex trading strategy video. It is Sunday, September 18th, and let me just tell you, last week was super crazy. I was supposed to post a video, but as you guys can see, I did the one chip challenge and I was hurting, so I didn't get a chance to do my video last week. But this week we're hitting the ground rolling, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into this video. Like always, we're gonna start off with the news. We're gonna take a look at what the US dollar is doing. We're gonna review the last play that we talked about, and then we're gonna move forward with our new trading plan. So first things first, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I am a swing trader, so I look for swing highs and swing lows to determine my entry point when we jump into the market. I do use the Forex Factory to get all of my economical news, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with that first. So I am gonna go ahead and start off with my news from the Forex Factory, so that is where we're going to start. Now, Sunday, September 18th at 8 o'clock today, we have the governor speaking for the New Zealand dollar. Tomorrow, the 19th, we have a bank holiday for the British pound. Also for the Australian dollar at 6:30, we have the monetary policy meeting. That's one's going to be big. That's going to cause a lot of movement. Tuesday, we have some CPIs coming out for the Canadian dollar. That's just economic points to see how the economy is doing. That's the only heavy thing. Wednesday, the 21st, for the US dollar, we have an FOMC member speaking. We also have the federal funds rate. We have a press conference. We have Japan's monetary policy. That one's going to be huge because everyone's like trying to figure out what the Bank of Japan is going to do. And then we have a press conference for the Bank of Japan. Thursday, for the Swiss franc, we have another monetary policy assessment. They're going to come out with their policy rates. We have a press conference coming out later that morning, I should say. For the British pound, we have the official bank votes on how they're going to determine their rates. We have the monetary policy, and then we have the official rate. That's all going to come out at 4 a.m. My time. And then for Friday, for the euro, we have the French PMIs, economic data points. We also have the German manufacturing PMIs. We have the flash service PMIs. For the British pound, we also have flash manufacturing PMIs. And then for the US dollar, PMIs. And then at 11 o'clock, we have Powell speaking. That's going to cause heavy movement. It always does. So I would be very careful if you plan on trading the news. Saturday, there's daylight savings. And then for Sunday, that's next week. We'll talk about that later. Later. So busy week. We have a bunch of red folders this week, so it's going to be really interesting to see how the market's going to be moving. I'm expecting a lot of volatile movement, but we're going to go ahead and jump into our trade. I use Smart Trader just because it makes it easier for me, and I just use the free edition, and it works just fine for me. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what the US dollar is doing. Gonna span out a little bit. So on the daily perspective, we do not have a Fibonacci sequence. Now, when I made my video 2 weeks ago now, I had said that this most recent fib cycle had finished, and this was the line that we were hovering around. So let me see, on the 4 hour, okay, this was the 4th, so yes. So this is where price was when I did my last video, and this is where price was the week before that. So as you guys can see, price did go up a little bit. I predicted that it might come down to retest one of the support zones. It did work its way down, but it never really hit that 4-hour support and managed to go back up. So now we have almost like a double top forming. But if you zoom out a little bit, we have our new fib sequence, and this is only on the 4-hour chart because we have a new C. So on an A to B move, this is 100% A to B. C, that is the deepest retracement point between the A and B zone, which is right here. So that's why we have that new fib sequence. And going off this sequence here, price did come down to 236 and it bounced back up. Now I am still thinking it still might come down around this area just because this is a strong reversal point. But if it doesn't, this is the D extension that I'm expecting price to go. And this 13,375, I believe that's an all-time high. Go back to the monthly so we can see. Yeah, so we are working towards meeting that all-time high right here. I should probably adjust it a little bit because I feel like it's off just a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, that all-time high is going to be around 13,389, and we are currently, we're not that far from there. So let's see, we're about 1,500 pips, which sounds like a lot, but on the grand scheme of things, we're not that far. So I am expecting it to come somewhat get back into the zone. And let me go back to my 4-hour. So on our most recent 4-hour fib, an A to B move, we got price to push down to that 236, and then it bounced back. Now I don't know if this is going to be considered another, I don't know if this is going to be another retracement, and it basically price would come here, right somewhere in here between this zone. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and mark it between this zone, and then it reverses up to finally hit that D. I'm not sure. We have to wait to see what's going on with the market. We do have a lot of monetary policies coming out this week, so we can see. We're gonna hope for the best. But that has been the US dollar. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at last week's video, which I believe is the AUDCAD. I think so. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at last week, the AUDCAD. So let's back out a little bit just to review. So we're gonna back out a little bit just to review what was going on. And I know this looks pretty crazy, but I explained all of this in the last video. So overall, I am bearish on the AUDCAD. We did get some movement downwards. We got to this 4-hour support zone and then price reversed. On the 4-hour, I gotta find out what price was because I don't remember. Let's see, it was the 4th, I believe. And I know I marked it off with a circle. Okay, here it is. So in my last video, price was somewhere within this circle, and I had said that I expected price to move down, then reversing to move higher. And we did get that movement, right? Marked it down here, and then we got that reversal. I did say that we were looking for a high point, that way we can jump into short. But as you guys can see, price just kept going up. So this might be our new high point before coming down, or this has been our true reversal point in here, and then now the direction has changed. So I did call this play, and I did make some money off of it. I didn't expect it to go as high as it did, but I did say that, you know, price would come down, it would reverse, and I was looking to get short. Now, there's a bunch of like little plays in between here that you guys could have got in on, but yes. So now, the newest strategy is the AUDCAD. And I'm gonna mark this chart up. I'm gonna fast forward so you guys don't have to sit and watch and drag in agony. So I will be pointing out all the important places. So yeah. Okay, so now that all of our trend lines are in, I am putting in the fibs. That way we can see what sequence we are on. So on the weekly level, I took it from this point right here, basically February of 2012, and we see that the trend has been bearish. So on the weekly fib cycle, we can see that on an A to B move, price retraced to the 786. So we can suspect that price will eventually move down. It's going to meet this D extension here at 74,405, which is that 127 zone. On a daily time frame, I'm going to zoom out a little bit more, just a little bit. Let's see. Just from experience, I know that all of these fib cycles have been broken. Especially if this one is supposed to be a downtrend and then it goes up, it's gonna break. So we're gonna fast forward. Even if I take it from here, it's gonna be broken down here because we got a high here. So I'm gonna just take it from here. Well, I'll just show you. See, it's gonna be broken here. So just to make a clean chart, I'm gonna take it from here. And this is on the daily time frame. So we can see it actually got broken again. Double check, yeah. So we're gonna take it from the highest high, which is here. And we can see this is our most recent fib level that we're at. So on an A to B move, price retraced to the 61.8, which is a golden reversal zone. So with that being said, we can project that price will eventually get down to this D extension right here. And I'm gonna change this to be green. And I'm gonna do a dotted line, a solid line. So this is our projected D extension on that daily time frame. And we can see that price is moving right along with this trend line. So this gives me added confirmation that we're in a downtrend. So we got that price, we got that movement here, price reversed to the 61.8 zone. It retested this level right here. This is that 4-hour resistance zone, along with that trend line, was rejected and is moving down. So that's why I think I'm bearish on the AUDCAD. But remember, we have a lot of news coming out for this pair, or for that currency, actually both currencies. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to move. But this is our projected D extension down here, which is about 400 pips, 500 pips. Now, it's not going to move straight up and down. It's going to go in waves like everything else in the market. The market only moves up, down, and sideways. So let's take a look at our 4-hour to see what's going on here. All right, take it from this one here, and this is that same area. And even on the 4-hour, right, we still got that 61.8 retracement. So price moved down, retraced up, and this was that weekly resistance zone here. Price rejected, came down, retested the same zone, and was rejected again. So now we see price came all the way down. We didn't quite get that D extension here. Price came back up, got back into this 50% zone, and is moving down, right? So if you were looking for an entry for this play, I would wait for a nice high price. And right here, we got a test of the daily and a 4-hour resistance zone, right? So this could be an entry point here before we get down. Oops. So this is our 4-hour D extension. I'll make it purple and I'm gonna write it on there. 4-hour D extension. And this is that daily D extension, right? So this could be a nice high point. And if you wanted to draw a trend line from here, because this is where that last trend line touched, go there, boom, and boom. And you can see price is still moving down. Whenever you're forming your trend lines, you want to make sure that you're starting from the highest point of the wick, not the candle body, because at one point price was there. So you have to respect that. And you want to be as accurate as possible. So look at all these waves, look at all these trend line touches. Boom, rejected. Down, down, down. Came back, retest, boom, rejected again. So this gives me added confirmation that we're in a downtrend. Now we're going to look at this move in here. Going to see what's going on a little bit closer. So we're going to drop down to the 1 hour. And then sometimes when you go between time frames, your trend lines will get a little funky. So you just want to go back out, right? So they can reset. Sometimes you have to go to country mile and then go back for the reset. Cool. So now that we're on the 1 hour frame, the 1 hour time frame, we got a lot more movement, we got a lot more information. So our fibs are going to be broken a lot more frequently. So that one was broken. This is going to break. This is going to break, right? We've got an uptrend. It's going to break here. So this is the highest high. So we're going to go from this point right here. Right. That one was broken. Boom. So now the reason why you would drop down to your lower time frames is because you're looking for a better entry point for that overall move to the downside. Stay on page. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so on the 1 hour time frame, this is our most recent fib level, and still, like every time frame we go down, we can see that this is still a strong downtrend. So on that A to B move, we see price push down a little bit, got to this 4 hour support zone, bounced up, retraced all the way to the 786 level. We fell just short of the 860 level. So with that being said, we can expect price to come down here. This is going to be that 1 hour D extension, and I'm gonna change the color again. I don't want to use black. I don't use orange either. I'm gonna use red. So we got that 1 hour D extension, and we can already see that after price tested this zone up in here, it looks like it's being rejected. Even on that 15, we got that trend line touch and it moved down. So we can wait. So here and here, we got a double bottom in here. Price came back to retest this zone multiple times, but ultimately we got that rejection of that trend line here. And so I'm thinking, you know what, let me just drop a fib on the 15. Price moved here. We got that 382. We got that 50%. And so I'm thinking this is that retracement on that lower time frame. So I'm thinking we're going down. And if you look at it, this D extension, we know that blue matches with blue, green matches with green, and red matches with red. And look where this is falling in line with, right? This is a 4 hour support zone. So I'm thinking, because I'm bearish on this pair here, I'm thinking we might get this on a retest here, possibly, and then here. Ultimately, and this is just on the 15, but on that daily, I'm thinking we're coming all the way down here. So I know this is crazy because this is all the timelines together, but I'm thinking this is what price is here. You know, I think we might get another retest of that trend line at some point, and then I think we're coming down here. That daily D. Now, of course, this is going to take some time because we're talking about a daily time frame. It might take a few weeks for price to get there, but overall, with how strong the trend lines are, where prices were tracing to on our Fibonacci sequence, I'm thinking we're gonna get there. So we do have a lot of news coming up this week, both for the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar. So we will get some volatility, but overall on this pair, I'm bearish. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on for the week. Like I said, we might get some more upward movement to retest some of these trend lines, but overall, I think we're bearish. Look at this. This candle's already moving down, and this is just on the 1 hour. Just to recap, on the 4 hour, we got that 61.8 retracement zone. So I'm thinking we're headed down here. We're headed down there. So I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only because I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I am just bored, and I, wanted to share my experience with you guys. So look forward to seeing another video from me next week on Sunday so we can review what's going on with this AUDCAD, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.